Today, I want to talk to you about 6 reasons why you might feel tired all the time and where your energy goes. This topic is super important for people nowadays, almost for everyone. Why is it so important, and why should you watch this video until the end? Well, because energy is the most important thing for everyone. You might have time, goals, plans, but if you don't have energy, it's all useless. You won't achieve anything until you learn to manage your energy. To manage your energy effectively, you need to understand the different types of energy people have. There are 4 main types: physical energy, emotional energy, mental energy, and spiritual energy. You know, feeling good, being curious, exploring, and achieving things. All of that depends a lot on your emotional and spiritual energy. The problem is, burning out usually happens because of a lack of emotional energy first, and then spiritual energy. Why am I not talking about physical energy today? Because it's simpler. Everyone pretty much knows how to manage physical energy. Good sleep, eating right, moderate exercise, all of that recharges your physical energy. But emotional energy, that's a whole different story. What does emotional energy do? It's responsible for all our feelings and sensations about life, feeling fulfilled, satisfied, joyful, and loved. It's all about those emotional and sensory experiences, and emotional energy is behind them. Where does it come from, and what is the source of emotional energy? There are 5 things or 5 sources of emotional energy. The first one is having enough physical energy, because if you're tired, hungry, cold, then your emotional energy, positive emotional energy, will be at 0, and you'll be overwhelmed by negative emotional energy. The second one is positive emotional situations. Every time you go to a comedy show, a humor evening, or somewhere to a fun party, your positive emotional energy appears and increases. The third source is people who create a positive mood. So it's very important to surround yourself with people who are positive, who always look at life positively and approach all problems positively. The fourth one is positive feelings and sensations that you experience yourself, which in turn depend on the 5th source, a positive attitude towards the world. Until you change your beliefs and change your glasses, through which you look at the world with a positive view, it will be difficult for you to manage your emotional energy. To manage energy, there are 4 main ways. The first, the most important way, is to reduce the loss of your energy. The thing is, every day you lose a lot of energy due to background activities that literally suck energy out of you. So reducing losses is like when your body is like a sieve from which water is pouring out. You won't fill a sieve with water. Just like if you don't stop the energy leakage, you won't fill it with energy. The second tool is efficient use of existing energy. You already have existing energy, so you need to learn how to use it efficiently. The third one is efficient energy replenishment. You need to learn how to effectively replenish the energy that you have lost. And the fourth one is expanding your energy potential. To effectively reduce energy loss, you first need to realize that you're losing energy, because in our daily lives, we've gotten used to the idea that there are always things draining our energy, and we just live with it without even reacting or realizing it. It's become a normal way of life for us. So first, you need to recognize that you're experiencing energy loss. Second, you need to identify the sources of this energy loss. Now, I'll tell you about 6 main, most common reasons for the loss of your emotional energy. When I talk about them, make sure to relate it to yourself, whether it applies to you or not. I'm sure it happens to everyone. So, share in the comments which of these reasons are present in your life. So, the first major reason for the loss of your emotional energy is an unhealthy lifestyle. Simply put, an unhealthy lifestyle includes lack of sleep, poor diet, minimal physical activity, and so on. Remember, I mentioned that in order for you to have full emotional energy, you need to ensure that your physical energy is also full. Second, the fear, negative thoughts, and desire to appear rather than to be. These are scary holes that suck energy out of you. fear and worry about the future, especially regret about the past. All these moments, they suck energy out of you in the background, which you might not even notice. Simply chronic worrying and fear deprive you of a huge amount of emotional energy, because a person who experiences fear, stress, negative thoughts, cannot laugh, cannot relax, is always tense. The third reason is incorrect behavior. For example, when work takes up all your time, when you dedicate all your time to work, when you lack balance in different areas of life, work, family, your hobbies, your personal time, it should be mandatory throughout the day. So don't devote all your time, all your energy to just one part of your life. Especially in behavioral reasons, I would like to mention things like unfinished tasks and unresolved issues. That is, if you haven't finished certain tasks, they consume a lot of energy. Make sure to close finished tasks. Completed tasks release a huge amount of energy that was previously spent on control or worrying about them. If you work 14-15 hours a day, then I'll tell you straight up that you're just not efficient. It means you've incorrectly structured your work schedule and you're engaged in unimportant tasks. The thing is, to achieve any goals in life, you only need 8 hours of work time. Pay attention to this. Every time you don't fit into 8 hours of work time, it only says one thing, that you're inefficient. And you don't need to increase the time you spend on work, but increase and focus on improving your efficiency. Incorporate into yourself every hour, every morning, and analyze where you're inefficient, what you can delegate, what you can hand off. Maybe you can find an assistant, or not do certain routine things. If you work on improving your efficiency every day, you won't need to spend so much time and energy on work. Let me give you an example of a lumberjack. For instance, imagine a situation where a young man says, "I need to chop more wood, so I should spend more time chopping trees." To which I respond, in my opinion, you should spend more time sharpening the axe and even more time finding another way to chop trees. Maybe there you can find a chainsaw or another method, inventing and so on. So don't fall for the simple solution, simply increasing the amount of time and energy you spend on business. A more complex but effective solution is to think about your efficiency. The fourth reason is incorrect relationships with other people. Incorrect relationships with other people involve unfulfilled obligations and improperly set expectations towards others. This leads to the leakage of emotional energy through meetings and activities that don't bring you energy, but rather drain it from you. You've probably noticed this many times in life, when after some meeting you felt like a squeezed lemon. If this has happened to you, be sure to write about it in the comments. It will be interesting to see all the instances from your life when you were engaged in something that drained you. A good life hack for this: simply keep a diary and write down everything you did during the day. Create one column called Energy and write opposite each meeting and task you were engaged in, whether it brought you energy or took it away. This way, you'll see which meetings and tasks drain your energy, and your task every day is to reduce the number of meetings and tasks that drain energy and increase the number that bring you energy. The fifth reason is passions, excessive consumption, and games, especially gambling games, as well as addiction to social media. Any addiction, including to social networks, can lead to procrastination and a lack of desire to do anything. Social networks often trigger the FOMO effect, fear of missing out, the fear of missing an opportunity or missing out on life. All these things become significant reasons for the leakage of your emotional energy. The sixth reason is external factors. Since we don't live in a vacuum but in society, there are many external factors around us that can directly affect our emotional state. These may include insults, rudeness, envy, criticism, and judgment from others. So you can't control the behavior of others, but you can control your reaction to their behavior. Therefore, when you encounter hostile behavior or animosity from others towards you, don't try to change them, but change your attitude or reaction to this behavior. Thus, We have discussed 6 main reasons, although there may be many more. However, applying the discussed life hacks and tools will significantly ease your life.